As Bears fans, we have lived for mock drafts over the last few off seasons due to the state of the team, and Ryan Poles has made them a ton of fun with us constantly guessing. And not only that, because of the fact that we had a ton of draft picks and a ton of early position draft picks. And next year, we're low-key in such a good spot for the draft to not only get a top-end player again, but put this team in the long-term future success for a long time. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this episode of Just Another Year Chicago Bears. My name is Dick Brody, and as always, thank you for tuning in. I am doing a super early mock draft for 2025, because why not? Next year's class is absolutely loaded with players and talent for Ryan Poles to pick up on and build a super team for years to come. Poles has 8 picks in the 2025 NFL Draft at the moment, according to Tankathon.com. And according to Tankathon.com, the Bears will finish as a wild card team and get bounced in the first round, finishing with the 20th pick. Playoffs sound nice, but I think they're sleeping on us too much. I think we win at least one playoff game next year. But the picks right now are number 20, number 33 via Carolina, number 52, number 84, number 150, number 175 via Pittsburgh for Justin Fields, number 181, and number 183 via Miami for Kenneth Grant from a few years ago. So with that, it leaves us with 4 picks in the top 100. Pretty sweet if you ask me, but overall we have 1 first, 2 seconds, 1 third, 1 fifth, and 3 sixth rounders. Now, before I jump more into the early candidates on the Bears draft radar for 2025, I want you guys to comment what position of need that you think the Chicago Bears will take in the first round. And if you are happy, grateful, blessed, or any of the above that Ryan Poles is the general manager of the Chicago Bears, make sure to smash that like button on this video to show your support. Let's get it to 1,000 likes, because guess what? I am doing a giveaway today. And that giveaway, you might be wondering, if you want to win a Mykel Williams jersey, again, smash that like button on this video to enter. Comment who you think Chicago Bears' biggest need will be entering the 2025 NFL Draft, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. That is where I check to see who actually entered. Winner will be announced during the May 20th show. So the Bears do have needs in the 2025 NFL Draft. They actually have needs right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take those needs that I personally think are in my order right now in order to fill in for next year. Talking about rentals this year in free agency, which I have been doing, but the guys that we take in 2025 are for the long-term future. And those needs for the Chicago Bears, which again, this is in my opinion, in my order, is edge, defensive line, tight end, center, and running back. We need someone to pair with Montez Sweat and have them developed alongside of him, along with a defensive lineman to replace Andrew Billings if we don't re-sign him, and a tight end 3 that isn't a rental for Shane Waldron's offense. Center may be fine with Ryan Bates and Coleman Shelton that we brought in this year, but better safe than sorry and get a talented one next year. And for the running back situation, due to Herbert being on the last year of his rookie contract and being rumored to be traded, he may not even re-sign if we end up keeping him next year. So might as well get another guy on a rookie contract. So 5 needs, and I'm going to go through my picks in order. So with my first round pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears, in my opinion, will select Mykel Williams, edge out of Georgia. The 20-year-old 6'5", 265-pound edge was only a sophomore last year. This kid is big and already almost the same size as Montez Sweat. Give him an NFL rate room and 1 more year in college, and this guy will be the biggest dude in the league. Last year for Georgia, he had 18 total tackles, 11 solo, 8 tackles for loss, 5 sacks, 10 quarterback hits, 11 quarterback hurries, and 1 forced fumble that led to a fumble recovery. For a sophomore that wasn't even a starter, he took complete advantage of the playing time that he had on the field and was a backfield wrecker. Clearly, now that he's going to be a starter his junior year at Georgia, along with having strength and conditioning over the offseason, he's already able to overpower offensive tackles, and he's going to be an even bigger wrecking crew this upcoming season. Would not mind landing him at number 20 where he is currently projected, and I'm a big fan of it. Now I'm going to go through my 2 second-round picks, as I have 2, number 33 and number 52. And my first one I'm going to take at number 33 is defensive lineman Kenneth Grant from Michigan. The 20-year-old 6'3", 339-pound defensive tackle. It reminds me a ton of Akeem Hicks due to his size and playing ability. Last year for Michigan, he had 29 total tackles, 16 being solo, 3.5 sacks, 10 quarterback hits, 1 fumble recovery, 1 interception, and 4 pass deflections. clearly uses his big frame to his advantage to get those pass deflections and interceptions, but also he's able to get great speed off the snap in order to get into the backfield, do swim moves to get around defenders, and cause havoc in the backfield. Since we have 2 seconds, again, I'm going to combine them in this round. And my second pick at number 52 that I'm going to take is tight end Bryson Nesbit out of North Carolina. Drake May's favorite target this past season is only 20 years old, standing at 6'5", 235 pounds, light on his feet, built exactly like Brock Bowers, and plays a ton like him. Last year for North Carolina, he had 41 receptions for 585 yards, a 14.3 yard per catch average, a first down machine, and 5 receiving touchdowns. Again, one of Drake May's favorite targets this past year, talked very highly about it. Nesbit is a first down machine and a hybrid wide receiver. We could actually draft him as a tight end and convert him into the biggest wide receiver in the NFL, or one of the biggest ones, if they do that correctly, because of the fact that he runs under a 4.55 40 time. Fast, big kid, but those 2 guys I'm taking in the second round. Now, before I get into the rest of the players that I'm going to go through today, today's show is brought to you by Freshie Organic Tequila Seltzer. 99 calories of the summer's favorite tasting seltzer. Go to the link in the description now to click on the Freshie Finder to find a Freshie near you. Tons of buy one, get one free deals right now. You don't want to miss out on it. So with my third round pick, I said I needed to address center, and that's what I'm going to do here. And I'm going to take Carson Hinzman of Ohio State University. The 20-year-old 6'4", 300-pound center is an absolute wall, a big, solid force who has athletically built at 300 pounds. No stats to hit on, but he was a starter this past year, and the only stat that I could find is that he only gave up 2 quarterback hurries. Couldn't find anything else on him, but now that they're going to have him more in the spotlight, hopefully PFF picks him up a little bit more and we find out more about what he did on that offensive line, but a super special player. Now with my 5th round pick, I need to address running back, because in this world, Khalil Herbert is no longer a Chicago Bear. And I'm going out and getting a big Derrick Henry type player and running back Raheem Sanders of Arkansas. The 20-year-old 6'2", 225-pound running back is the big running back that we've missed in this room since Deontay Foreman. In 2023, not the best stats because he was injured, but he was a captain. Missed most of his games due to injury, but his 22-2 stats were absolutely lit. 13 games, 222 rushes, 1,443 yards, 6.5 yard per carry average, 10 rushing touchdowns, along with 28 receptions for 271 receiving yards, a 9.7 yard per carry average, and 2 receiving touchdowns. That's over 1,700 total yards and 12 touchdowns. A dual threat, a leader, an overall big running back that can block and do it all. He falls due to his injury, but I'm sure his stock is going to skyrocket after this year. But in this world, he's projected 5th rounder, and I'm going to take him there. Now in the 6, we got 3 of them. And you know, this could be anyone. And I think that it'll flux as the year goes on. So I'm going to hold off on this one at the moment, considering this is a way too early mock draft. So to give you guys a recap of my draft of rounds 1 through 5, in my first rounder, I took Mykel Williams, edge out of Georgia. In my 2 second rounders, I took Kenneth Grant, defensive lineman out of Michigan, along with Bryson Nesbit out of North Carolina, the tight end. In the 3rd round, I took Carson Hinzman, center out of Ohio State University. I'm going to learn these names, I promise, Ron. And then in my 5th rounder, Raheem Sanders, running back out of Arkansas. 6 rounders, you guys can choose. Maybe we can hear some of those in the comment section below. Woo! It is not mock draft season yet, guys. I'm only doing this once in a blue moon for now. This is, again, a ton of fun. I love doing these with you guys. I love hearing your guys' thoughts. But it's going to be a fun season next year for the NCAA, as it's loaded with defensive players, and that's what the Bears need. And the Bears can really solidify this roster for years to come in next year's draft, thanks to 8 picks, thanks to Ryan Poles. But with that, thank you, as always, for tuning this episode of Just Another Year Chicago Bears. We got it all for you guys here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and do everything you have to do to get into the Caleb Williams jersey. Like this video, comment your thoughts on this draft, and subscribe to the channel. But with that, let's hear it loud and proud. Bear down, baby.